All right, let's get into it. Away from all the noise and the big headlines, there's this quiet but seriously powerful revolution happening inside India's courtrooms. And it's not about new laws or anything like that. It's about a new AI tool called Adalat AI, and believe me, it's changing the very machinery of justice.
To really get why this is such a big deal, you have to start with the human cost. This isn't just some statistic. This is a real 34-year-old judge in Patna. He's literally doing the work of 3 people: the judge, the stenographer, and the deposition writer. And the system, well, it's not just slow, it's physically breaking the people who are trying to make it work.
And here's the kicker. His story isn't some rare exception. It's the norm. For decades, the Indian legal system has basically been this giant maze of paperwork and manual processes. It's a system where justice gets bogged down by the sheer weight of clerical work.
So, this really brings us to the heart of the problem, a situation where the very system of justice is, in a way, on trial itself.
Now, every story like this needs someone to step up, and in this case, it's a guy named Utkarsh Saxena. He's got degrees from Harvard and Oxford, but he chose to practice criminal law in India because he wanted to stay connected to the real struggles people face. And what he found there, well, it wasn't what he expected.
And this right here, this is the light bulb moment. Saxena realized that the biggest thing slowing down justice wasn't some complex point of law. No, it was logistics. It was all the endless, mind-numbing administrative tasks that were grinding the whole system to a halt.
And just look at this. This slide lays it out so clearly. On the one hand, you have what we think judges do, right? Hearing cases, making decisions, delivering justice. But then you look at the reality, and it's a completely different world. It's manual typing, digging for documents, and just drowning in paperwork.
So once you see the problem that clearly, the path to a solution starts to appear. And it came from a pretty unexpected direction. Saxena knew this wasn't something a lawyer could fix alone. He needed a different kind of expert. So he teamed up with an AI engineer, Araktia Bhattacharya. And it was that mix, deep legal knowledge meets cutting-edge tech, that laid the groundwork for something totally new.
And this is what they built, Adalat AI. Now let's be super clear. This is not just some fancy plugin for ChatGPT. This is a platform built from the ground up, specifically trained to handle the unique and, let's be honest, chaotic environment of an Indian courtroom.
So how does this thing actually work? Let's pop the hood and take a look inside.
Okay, so its main job is transcribing speech to text in real time, which basically gets rid of the need for a stenographer. But the real magic is in the details. This AI understands complex legal jargon. It's been trained on the incredible diversity of Indian accents, which can literally change every 100 kilometers. And it works in multiple Indian languages. This isn't just typing what it hears, it's understanding.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Putting all this sensitive court data into an AI platform sounds pretty risky, right? And you are 100% correct. In a legal setting, security isn't just a nice-to-have feature, it is absolutely everything. You just can't mess it up.
And their solution is actually brilliant. They built this 3-layered digital fortress. First, all the data stays in India. Period. Second, they built their own AI models, so nothing gets sent to Google or OpenAI. And third, and this is the genius part, every single judge gets their own unique private key. The data is encrypted on their computer before it ever goes anywhere else.
But, like with any big change, the toughest challenge wasn't the technology, it was the people it was built to help. I mean, just listen to this quote. It says it all. You build this amazing tool, and the very people you want to empower look you in the eye and say, nope, not for us, this is a toy, it won't work in the real world. That was the wall of skepticism they were up against, especially from older judges. You can just picture it, can't you? A training session in Karnataka. And there, in the corner of the room, are 4 judges, arms crossed, just shaking their heads. This wasn't just a lack of interest, it was active disbelief. The human hurdle was very, very real. So, how in the world did they get past that? Well, not with more code, they did it with more humanity. As you can see here, they met that skepticism with hands-on training. They held weekly office hours on Zoom, just like in college, for any question at all. And they even set up WhatsApp groups for quick, on-the-spot help. They didn't just deploy a product, they built a relationship. So after they cleared that huge human hurdle, what was the result? And what does this mean for the future?
The payoff for building all that trust is just staggering. Today, Adalat AI is being used in over 3,000 courts across India. This isn't some small pilot program anymore. This is becoming a core part of the system.
And now we're seeing it come from the top down. It's not just individual judges deciding to use it. The High Court in Kerala, for instance, is now mandating its use to fight those exact delays that cause all the problems. Bihar is apparently next. This is a real systemic shift.
But it's really important to keep all this in perspective. 3,000 courts is a massive win, no doubt. But in a country the size of India, it's still just a fraction of the judiciary. This isn't the end of the revolution. It's really just the beginning.
Which, of course, leaves us with this one final, really big question. We know that technology can make things faster and more efficient. We know it can lift a huge burden off of overworked judges. But can code, with its logic and its algorithms, can it truly deliver justice? That's definitely something to think about.